So yeah, guys, just wanted to talk about some goofy shit real quick. Uh, Sorry, I can hear my cats in the hall acting like assholes, but I can't let them in here anymore. They're too crazy. They'll fucking chew on my video game cords and guitar cords. Not cool. So anyway, yeah, right, man, I'm tired. I had a fucking bitch of a week working my ass off. I even stayed the night working and slept at my shop. It's fucking ridiculous. But, it was kind of fun just because, a little different. But, whatever. So that's good, making good money. A little overworked, though. Definitely a little overworked. If my sleep schedule gets thrown off because I'm working too much or whatever, like, I get headaches really bad, which sucks. But whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right? Anywho, right, what was I talking about? Oh, oh man, I'm tired. You guys gotta forgive me. I just woke up, took a shower, got a shave, missed a spot. Damn it, I can feel it. Son of a bitch. What are you gonna do? But anyway, yeah, I wanted to talk about Halo Infinite again. Oh my goodness. So yeah, bad enough that the campaign stuff got leaked heavily. Similar to a Naughty Dog Last of Us 2 situation. Not good, not good. Um, but yeah, there was some talk that they might delay the campaign further just so that they can change some of the story beats so that the leaks won't be as revealing or damaging. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think they'll do that. That sounds like work. And you know how it is with 343. They hate working. They don't do anything good over there, basically. Um, so yeah, I just want to talk about some of the changes I noticed in the gameplay. Uh, well, not changes per se, but just how it is in Halo Infinite, what the gameplay is like. We got hard aiming, that's returned. Cock a Duty style hard aiming. Pull left trigger and hold it down to, go into the zoom and aiming mode kind of feature thing. I always hated that in my shooters. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you guys. I always fucking hated that shit. Jabbing down on R3 to zoom feels so much better. That's the way to go. And I know you can like kind of sort of rig your controls to make it feel more like that, but it's still not the same. You're still doing the camera zooms in a little and sets itself on the tippy top of your gun and it stares straight down the barrel pointed directly into the center of the screen down at whatever you're trying to shoot and kill. I hate it. I don't fucking like this mechanic in Halo. I always hated it in Call of Duty. Was never a fan, and yeah, that sucks. That's how it is. That's what I fucking hate about Call of Duty. Call of Duty is so popular that it has influenced other shooting game franchises to be more like Call of Duty. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. And Halo is a prime example of that. Look at all the early Halo games, all the Bungie Halo games, even Halo 4. The aiming has always been the same. And then Halo 5 fucking comes along trying to copy Call of Duty in so many ways. And oh, we got hard aiming. Now it's pull left trig to stare down sights. It's iron sights. It's Call of Duty, dude. It's copying Call of Duty. It's not being Halo anymore. It's fucking annoying, and they're keeping that in Halo Infinity, which sucks. And then there's also sliding. Sliding is back. Whee! Zippy doo dah sliding. That's back for some dumb fucking reason. Default sprint, that's fucking back for some fucking reason. And they made it even dumber now, because, like, you can walk and not show up on radar now. So crouching and creeping around, the strategy of crouch walking and creeping up on opponents and stuff, that's out the window now, so that's dumb. Yeah, I don't appreciate these changes. I think they're fucking stupid. There's like an X-ray vision piece of equipment, so that brings back Promethean vision crap. I don't approve of that. Like, what if you're trying to engage in some serious guerrilla tactics to take down a bunch of dudes all at once, pull yourself a triple kill, overkill kind of thing, and you want to use stealth to help get it done, and then one of these bitches shows up with the X-ray vision and cock blocks you. I don't approve of noob-friendly, oh, I can see through the walls and tell where everyone is bullshit. Like, no, dude. Why don't you get good and learn the map and learn where enemies are going to be and be good at predicting your enemies' movements to outcompete them in the field of competition? How about that? No, here's a little tool that'll just give the game away. So I don't like it. And the grappling hook. Apparently, the grappling hook has ammunition. You can only use it so many times. And I guess that kind of makes sense because, like, what if like you're playing like a 2v2 or a 1v1 and you're winning and you're just gonna wait for the time to run out so you can win by that, and then like the enemy team trying to kill you, they can't catch you because you just keep on fucking zipping away like Tarzan. you know, like that sounds pretty funny, but I can understand how that would be annoying. So maybe that's why they're doing what they're doing. I don't know, but yeah. Some grappling hook, right, guys? It only has so many uses to haul the fat-ass Spartans around. Yep. Hey, I got a question. Can, like, 10 dudes with grappling hooks, like, grapple hook a Banshee all at the same time and, like, drag it to the ground and cause it to crash? just an idea I had. Just an idea. What happens if two people grapple hook onto an enemy Banshee at the same time? Do they both hijack it? Like, how does this work? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just being a goofball. Yeah, really, what do I care? I don't even have a Series X or an Xbox One or a good gaming PC to run the fucking thing. And I don't feel like getting one just for this game because this game doesn't seem very good. Yeah, Jimmy, I got your message, man. Yeah, I agree with you. This game feels soulless. It feels heartless. It feels like it doesn't have much of a future or any direction. They're not, they're not, being very consistent with us on customer feedback and whatnot. They're not keeping us in the loop very good. Remember the Bungie Halo days? They kept us in the loop pretty fucking good. They gave us vidocs on all the time, showing the dirty details of what they're up to, making it clean and precise and easy to understand. Like I'll give you an example. Like, remember the Forge World vidoc when they first announced Forge World to us in Halo Reach? They went into the dirty details and showed you how it worked and everything, and like that shit's awesome. More of that, please. But 343 doesn't deliver that kind of content. Nah. Instead, it's just shady microtransaction stuff, unfortunately. So, yeah. Oh, and clamoring is back. Oh, you suck at crouch jumping? You're not good at timing your jumps correctly like an actual badass Halo player? Well, here's this fucking crutch, this fucking noob-friendly, I need to pull myself up everywhere kind of fucking thing. It's lame. I hate it. Don't appreciate it. And yeah, it's back. And I was playing Doom 2016. Decided to give that game a try and beat it finally. And yeah, I'm not digging it. I am not digging these features. They're noob friendly. They're noob friendly. And yeah, it's in Doom 2016, the whole clamoring, pull myself up a ledge kind of thing. That's in the game. And so is aiming down, hard aiming, cock-a-doodle style. That's also in Doom 2016. And I tried to rig up my controller to change it so it feels more like Halo, but I wasn't able to do it good enough. And yeah, don't really appreciate it. Also, these Doom games do this thing where they focus all on frame rate and smoothness and less so on graphics. These games don't look as good as like Last of Us 2 or God of War 4. Nah, Doom 2016, it's like super Play-Doh, buttery smooth, Lego shiny looking. Everything looks kind of fake and cheesy, honestly. Yeah, sure, it runs great. Yeah, it runs real smooth. But good lord, everything looks like shiny fake like this guitar. you know? Although this is real, of course, but I'm just saying, like, everything has this shininess to it. Like, everything. Even, like, like, like wrinkled old man skin that you wouldn't think would have a reflection to it. It does, like, that's the kind of look that a game like that has. Anyway, Doom 2016, it's not a bad game, but um, it's definitely not the kind of thing that would make me go, oh my god, an amazing shooter that is on par with the likes of Halo Combat Evolved or Half-Life 2 or or Metroid Prime even. Fuck. Like, no, dude. It's not as cool as those, but it's all right, I guess. And then they did the new Doom Eternal, and they put a bunch of DLC into it, way too much if you ask me. And they're pushing microtransaction hogwash now when they said that they wouldn't. So that's great. That's just fucking great. You know what, Doom franchise? Go fuck yourself. I'm done. Doom 2016 was okay, I guess, but after that, like, fuck you, Bethesda. Fuck you, id Software. Whoever the fuck makes the Doom now. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. Just saying. Yeah, I remember last year a lot of people were like, they should give Game of the Year to Doom Eternal. Like, I saw some cringe motherfuckers being like, the Game Awards may just be this year, but guess what? Doom is eternal. Like, go fucking kill yourself right now. Stab yourself in the eyes over and over again until you can't anymore and you just bleed to death. Seriously, just shut the fuck up. My God. That's so cringe. Jesus Christ. I've never seen such simping bootlicking for a mediocre fucking video game before. Good Lord. And I thought I was bad with my ass kissery for Halo Reach. Jesus Christ. Yeah, never love a game that much, okay, guys? My God. Have some self fucking control. Stop being such a Gamergator weirdo. Anyway, guys, check it out. I got this bad boy right here. The M Classic enhances your picture on a lot of games. And, you can get it for like $60 if you're lucky. And I was lucky, so I got it. And, yeah, it's badass. It makes retro consoles look better. It makes PS2, GameCube, Dreamcast, that kind of era look definitely better. Xbox, PS2, yeah, they look better. Some games really look better, like Mario. The Paper Mario games, they definitely look better. Um, yeah, Star Fox 64 definitely looks better. Ocarina of Time definitely looks better. Even the Wii U and the Switch, it makes the jaggies on the edge of character models and whatnot go away. It looks smoother. Yeah, it just looks better. For PS4, though, on up, it doesn't do that much, unfortunately. But yeah, for these older consoles, yeah, it makes them look and play a little bit better for sure. Definitely noticeable. So I think it's worth getting. And then I was also looking into this thing called I can't remember what it's called, but it's designed for an N64. It's like $150. It's not cheap. You put it onto the back of your N64 and it gives you pretty damn good HD quality. And it works pretty good, and this product came out like a year ago, so yeah, if you want to play N64 and you want to play it on your HD TV because you don't have one of those old-timey CRT TVs, most of them have broken and they're really bulky and heavy and they're kind of hard to come by now, so it's just not practical to have that kind of TV setup these days when you got all this HD crap, you know what I mean? Like, like, let me show you guys. I set my shit up over here like this. This is my ghetto setup. It might be kind of stupid, but it works for me. Okay, so I got all these HD cables laying around, right? And I put tape on them, and they tell you what they're for. Wii U, N64 original, SNES original, all kinds of shit. All kinds of crap. I got like a dozen consoles here. So anyway, whenever I want to play a different console, I just unplug whatever one is in and put in whatever one I need to, and then it goes to the big fucking TV. And of course, for my Xboxes, I got them all set up on, other TVs and whatnot too. But the main gist of it is this big fucking TV over here that just hooks up. And so I implemented the M Classic, and it'll work running through a splitter like this. So this is the best setup. So yeah, this guy right here goes straight to the TV that I use. Here's the power supply for the M Classic USB that's plugged in, gives it power. And I put it in the green position because that's the only position that actually works really good. If you put it to this position, it turns it off and makes it just pass through like regular HDMI, as if this thing doesn't even exist. So why would you put it on that mode? You don't really have to. And if you put it all the way over, it's like a retro mode that's designed for really old school gaming, like NES, Super Nintendo, that kind of thing. But it doesn't quite replicate the exact old school vibe from back in the day. It's not the greatest at it. So keeping it in the middle on the green mode is probably the best way to go. And yeah, I would argue that that is the best way to go. And I played Battletoads and Double Dragon recently just to test it. And yeah, that seems like the best way to do it. The screen gets a little bit smaller if you do the retro mode, so I don't like that. I kind of like a big fucking picture, so this works good enough. I definitely really like it. And then I got the HDMI powered splitter, which is really good for 4K and whatnot, so this thing works pretty badass. Yeah, so that's it. And then here's the power supply for this guy. So yeah, that's my setup. Anyway, sorry, my room's a fucking junkyard. I need a vacuum in here. But yeah, so the M Classic, I approve. I think it's worth getting. It's usually at 100, which sucks. So if you can get it for that $60 price, $69 price, yeah, definitely. But yeah, anyway, there was the HDMI thing for the N64. But guess what? I did research, and I don't need to get that shit because I already have a HDMI Ultra mod N64. So yeah, this thing's badass. I love this fucking thing. You guys like my weird controller? It's like pink or magenta colored. It looks red on the phone when I'm recording it, but in real life, that's like a magenta pink color. Anyways, so yeah, guys, I beat Jedi Fallen Order by the Star Wars game there with Ian from Shameless. Yeah, I like that fucking game. I dug it. Yeah, the Jedi Fallen Order, that's not a bad game. I give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10, something like that. Yeah, I liked it more than Sekiro, honestly. The story was definitely better than Sekiro. Sorry, Sekiro, but your story is fucking boring. It's just a bunch of mindless, weird Japanese monster demon mythology creatures that you fight, and the dude you play as is wooden as fuck. He's boring. There's Kiro, the little boy that you have to defend. That character is probably the most interesting in the game. There's the Emma, the doctor lady. She's alright, I guess. None of these characters are that great. Everything's really cryptic and kind of left up for interpretation. Kind of a lazy way of doing storytelling, you know. Hey, make everything cryptic and mysterious, and then leave a bunch of questions in the air for the player to think about and contemplate, and perhaps the player will be forced to make their own goddamn storyline because everything is so fucking confusing and nothing is set in stone or makes real sense. And you know what? Fuck it. Who gives a shit? That's pretty much Soul's storyline summed up. They're not the greatest, but they're not completely terrible either, so it's whatever. But yeah, Fallen Order, the storyline was more moving. It was definitely more interesting to me. There were at least like 2 or 3 moments in the storyline where I really felt bad for certain characters and I wanted them to succeed and whatnot. That's how you tell a good story, man. That's how you get me emotionally invested, you know? Like I felt bad for what happened to Cal, you know? His Jedi master got totally fucked. And that dude was a badass. So yeah, you know, like I got a little invested, I'm not gonna lie. There's a moment where Cal is not sure if he can trust his new friends, you know, and the pilot, the guy with the multiple arms, you know, he fucking tells Cal that, like, before he came along, he didn't care about anything but himself, and now he has more purpose, and, you know, it's heartwarming, you know, you like to see that kind of stuff. And they did a pretty good job with it, actually. And I know that's crazy saying this from EA, those horrible cocksuckers. But hey, what do you want, right? Sekiro came out in the same year, and it had Activision's name on it. Those horrible cocksuckers. So they're perfectly capable of putting up the money for a decent game to get made, and then not interfering with the development process so that they can let the hardworking developers actually fucking make a decent fucking game. Oh my god. Can you believe it? That's a thing that can happen if a big evil corporate doesn't get involved. So yeah, Sekiro and Fallen Order. I recommend playing both of them. I think they're both good games. I did like the Fallen Order a little bit more. Sekiro is too hard, and the story is kind of meh, you know. But yeah, Fallen Order. Uh, that's a real fun game. Real fun lightsaber battle type experiences. Um, yeah, I really dug it. And at the end, like, there's a cool surprise. A certain evil villain shows up from the movies, and yeah, really cool. Um, but yeah, I don't think there's going to be a sequel. I don't know. We'll see what EA decides to do. They're super evil over there, so yeah. But yeah, Respawn Entertainment created that game, Fallen Order, which is pretty cool because I thought they were just a bunch of microtransaction bro shooter dickheads, but no, that turns out they can actually make a decent fucking video game, you know. And yeah, there's not a lot of DLC, microtransaction, limited edition content bullcrap attached to this Star Wars game. So yeah, and today you can find it for like $20. So I recommend playing it. I thought it was good. Um, at first, there's a lot of climbing around, and I was kind of like, man, this is like Assassin's Creed. I don't want to fucking climb around and shit. I want to kill motherfuckers. But you get to do plenty of killing of motherfuckers later. But and then eventually you start to appreciate the climbing segments. You know, it's kind of creative what they do. Kind of creative. How do you figure out where to go from point A to point B? You know, yeah, they did a decent job. It's not too bad. I liked it okay. So I recommend playing it. But yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, it's one of the best Star Wars games ever made. And there's not a lot of them out there. A lot of Star Wars games are fucking shit. So, not too shabby. Not too shabby. But not a big deal. What was I gonna say though? But oh man, this year it looks kind of shitty for what do you call it? Uh, what do you call it? PS5 and Xbox Series X. Yeah, this year looks like it's going to be somewhat of a repeat of 2014. Probably not as bad because that was really bad. But see, in 2013, the Xbox One and the PS4 just launched at the end of 2013. So that meant 2014 was the year for them to start finally shelling out a good chunk of games to really show us what these fucking consoles are capable of, right? And they shit the bed in 2014. They fucking sucked dick. Like, they didn't have shit in 2014. Either console didn't have a single must have exclusive type game. Like, it was garbage. It was fucking hot shit. Like, it sucked. We had Assassin's Creed Unity, the most broken Assassin's Creed game ever put out. We had Watch Dogs, that thing was broken and falsely advertised. Like, good job, Ubisoft. You really fucked up that year. We had Destiny, that piece of shit, the most overhyped 7 out of 10 of all time. Actually, I would give that like a 5 personally. That's how much I fucking hated it. I was really disappointed. Fucking assholes. They told us like boss battles would be super like interesting and deep, and it's like, no, dude, it's literally poke your head out, shoot until they hurt you, then jump back to cover, wait until you heal, jump back out and start shooting, and you just keep doing that, and that's like every boss in the game. It's so fucking stupid. Like, it's not putting me on the edge of my seat at all. They told us like if you kill like really tough enemies, they drop all this great loot. That's not fucking true. Or if it is, you assholes patched that in way later. Because when I fucking played the game, when you first launched it, that was not the case. Lying assholes. And then, like, you talked about finding massive loot hidden in the game. That was also horse shit. You fucking dickhead said that if you see it, you can go there, like implying that you have these big open worlds to explore. That was also horseshit. The worlds are very fucking small, honestly. Very linear. Fuck this game. And then the Dinklebot was just a fucking like, oh, kill all the enemies in the area and then I'll do something. And that's the game over and over and over again. Like, oh god. And the storyline is like all this cool stuff already happened and now you're just kind of running around in wasteland planets. Like, so disappointing. And of course, it played like Call of Duty, and it had less content than like Halo Reach, the game that came before it, and it even had less vehicles to use than the original Halo. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that game's such a fucking joke. And then one of the worst Call of Duties launched that year. It was like Advanced Warfare or one of those dumbass sci-fi type CODs, you know? Like, ugh. And then MCC came out. It launched as a broken, useless turd. You know what I mean? Like 2014 was shit. And I think we're kind of seeing a repeat of that. I don't think it'll be as bad, but yeah. The new consoles just launched last year, and this is the year for them to show us what they got. And they got kind of shit. Although Sony's doing decent at least. They got the Demon Souls remake thingy. They got Ratchet and Clank. Returnal's not too shabby. Zero Dawn 2, unfortunately, got delayed till next year, so that's not a good sign. And then Halo Infinity is the only thing that Xbox, I guess, is doing this year that's in terms of like a must-have exclusive. And it's not looking like a must-have at all. It's looking like some dog shit microtransaction game. So great. This year sucks for gaming. Wow. Last year was definitely better. Last year, at least, we got Last of Us 2. We got Ghosts of Sushi Land. We got Final Fantasy VII Remake. We had that Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis remake thing. Yeah. And a lot of these were flawed, yeah, but definitely better than what we're getting this year. So that sucks. I'm probably going to take a back seat to gaming kind of this year. I'll get a Switch and pick up Mario Odyssey at the end of the year and finally play that shit. But that's about it. I'm really not going to invest myself too much into what Sony or Xbox is doing right now. Maybe next year I'll check in with Sony and get a few more games from them and stuff. But Xbox, yeah, you guys still look like hot garbage, fucking complete dog shit. So I probably won't be getting anything Xbox related ever again. That's what it feels like anyway. Hopefully that changes. I would like to support Xbox. I would like them to do a good job and motivate me to play their games and buy their merch and all that shit, but they're doing such a bad job at selling stuff to me, so I don't think I'll be getting into anything Xbox in the near future. Like I said, I'd like to. I'd love for Xbox to turn around and do some really cool shit that would just make me snap and go, you know what, fuck it, I can't wait any longer. I'm getting an Xbox Series X. Fuck it. I would love for that to happen, but they're not doing that for me. They're not. So, yeah. And like I said, it's a real shame, too, because they make a decent controller for shooters. They make a powerful console. They have a good online service. But, you know, their games are pretty much dog shit and microtransaction-filled pieces of online-only garbage. So, you know, I don't like the gameplay. I don't like microtransactions. I don't like this always online stuff. I don't like developers lying to us about the content. I don't like these things launching with limited content. Like Jimmy, you were telling me that like the game doesn't have assassination animations. Halo Infinite, like that shit comes later in the form of what I'm assuming content you have to pay for, right? Sure, probably. Or they give you a few free lame assassination animations, and then they charge for the cool ones later, right? I'm sure they'll do that. Wouldn't put it past them. These pieces of shit. So anyway, yeah, and the campaign is sold separately. That's gonna cost, I don't know. Did they say probably like what, $30 to $60, depending? I don't know. Yeah, and they haven't even shown us really anything interesting about the campaign, except that the campaign details got leaked, and that stuff didn't sound very interesting, honestly. Yeah, Halo Infinite, it's not looking like it's shaping up to be anything special, you know. Whatever though. I don't give a fuck. I didn't even invest in getting a Series X. I'll play 360. I'll still play the old Xbox 360 today. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, after the 360 era, Xbox pretty much started sucking dick. And it pains me to say that because like I said, they've made improvements in power, controller, online activity, all that stuff. Game Pass is a pretty good deal in a lot of ways, but yeah, they fucked up in that regard in having fun games. But that's largely a matter of opinion. So if you disagree and you're having fun with your Xbox, more power to you. But that's just how I feel. Anyways, I gotta take a shit, man. Yeah, Jimmy, I got your message about your cats, dude. Fucking, that sucks, bro. I feel bad about that. Yeah, I'll talk about cats later. Anyway, I gotta go. I'll see you.